What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Rock of Truth podcast. Before we get into it, I want to give a quick word from our presenting sponsor, Danco Transmission and Auto Care. Go down to Danco Transmission and Auto Care out in Fairfield. Tell them Soppy sent you. Tell them Statty sent you. Tell them Joe Met sent you. And he just might give you a discount on your next oil change. So go down to Danco Transmission and Auto Care. Tell them the Rock of Truth sent you. Statty, how we doing, brother?
What up, Soppy? Week 2 of 2023. How's it going?
Busy, man. I've been very busy with work and just life in general. So it's been rolling. What about you?
That's good, dude. Good. It's good being busy, but same, man. Can't complain. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here too. If you're listening, if you're watching, there's only two of us today. We are without our third co-host, Joe Met. If you follow Joe Met on social media in any aspect, then you definitely know where he is because he's been putting out Instagram stories nonstop. He's been in Orlando, Florida, my neck of the woods now for a week. He's been at Disney World for a week.
Yeah. Like it seems like a month.
He's there for work. They're doing like a field trip. He's chaperoning like 40 kids. He's been at every Disney park. He's hit all four of them. He's been to Universal. He's been to SeaWorld. I think they went to Tampa for like a day for something. I mean, that guy's he's getting after it. He's too cool to hang out with me, man. I keep bothering him in the group chat, seeing if he's gonna invite me. He claims he's gonna hang out with me tomorrow night. I don't know. I kind of think he's full of shit, but we'll see. But he's eating it up. He's eating a bunch of different food out on Instagram. It's pretty electric. So if you don't follow Joe Matt, go over to his Instagram account, give him a follow. He's putting out some good content. But just me and Statty tonight.
Yeah, and we got a special person joining us. The one and only Malik Van, Cincinnati Bearcat defensive lineman, Cincinnati legend out of Fairfield.
Big guest tonight. Big guest tonight. Big time anticipated interview. Should we just roll him in here right now?
I think we knocked the doors down.
Let's get it rolling. Get right into it. Malik, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's good?
Good, man. It's good.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I think we might have a wild lag.
We're good.
We're good.
Wild lag is nice. Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
We're rolling. Here we go. I like the for those who are going to be listening, we each have a title name, and Malik's is 6th year, and I love it. We're just going to get right to it, man. Congratulations. You get to come back another year.
Yeah, man. Got my medical red shirt. Played 2 games this season. Tore my pec. Now I get to come back. Got a chance to redo it.
That's awesome. We're happy to have you back. What went into that decision? There's a lot been going on with the program. I'm sure you have a lot going on in your own life. What was the decision that, why did you decide to come back rather than go to the draft?
Honestly, because of the surgery, like I just didn't know if I'd be able to return to the same level of play that I've been accustomed to. So decided to come back, get healthy, try and play a full year out, and just have one good solid season. And hopefully I get to do that in the Big 12 this upcoming season, and then go and pursue my dreams in the National Football League.
I love that. Speaking of the Big 12, I mean, how excited are you and the boys for that?
How excited are we for what?
Getting in the Big 12, man. You're not playing Navy and down to Houston, or I guess you still will be playing Houston, but Navy or South Florida or anything like that. Like, going down to Texas and Oklahoma and, playing some big time football.
I'm more excited to like have real away game atmospheres, honestly. Obviously, UCF bounce house, that gets crazy. That's probably really it in our conference, but not to play Navy anymore, not to get chopped is going to be a major plus. You don't have to worry about that or triple option practice anymore. And Steady and you both know how those get. Uh,
Brutal.
we're ready to go, man. Got a whole bunch of new faces on the roster, ready to see what they can do, ready to see what we all can do together, and hopefully we are able to compete day one in the Big 12. Well, we
Joe,
will compete, but
our guy Joe Met would have loved that answer. He could not stop talking about just the Big 12, how the other schools' fan bases are just they're legit. They actually have an alumni presence and they kind of get after it. So he would have loved that answer and talk a little bit more. Just like you said, you got new guys coming in. I think a lot of talented guys coming in. You still have a lot of pieces that stayed from last year's team. Just
yeah.
A weekend I think with the full staff put together there. How's it rolling along? Is it just an exciting time, or how's it going?
It's definitely an exciting time. It's a different feeling that we have. Always new staff can lead to uncertainties and different things, but the staff they brought in, they're really good. Got to sit down and talk with them. The DC, the new linebackers coach, and hell, even the O-line coach. I talked to him probably the most out of anybody. It just started off of me asking him a question, and we ended up talking for an hour. So I'm really excited about the staff. They're all approachable. They're all like they are all good at their job. You can talk to them, open doors, and the strength staff is great. Added a bunch of new wrinkles to some of the stuff that we have been doing. So it's a good little change up for us.
That's great. And can you talk a little bit just how huge it is to be able to have Coach Stu come back just to be in that D line room?
Yeah, having Coach Stu come back, it actually means a lot because, like, obviously, we've had like 4 or 5 D line coaches in my time here. So, I mean, having a coach that's going to stay and like provide a level of stability, and he played here, it just means a little bit more to him. And I think after D line room, you lose Jabari Taylor, who just didn't have any more eligibility left, and then you lose transfer kid that was here for a year, and you don't really lose much. That's probably your most experienced and oldest group that you have, and to keep our coach, it's just big for us. We don't have to go through another learning curve or adjustment period with somebody else.
Yeah, which is huge. And I want to focus on the new staff and moving forward, everything we got going on. But I gotta ask about your opinions on what went down, and Coach Fickle leaving, taking a lot of guys, taking Brady and everybody. Just seeing that happen. You're one of his like first big time recruits. You were one of the first hometown heroes. It was a big deal to keep you here. I know you guys had a good relationship, but was it something you were blindsided by, or was it something that you guys kind of got a feel, or what was that process just like? I've been through it before. It's different. When I was there forever ago, Tuberville left and Fickle came in. It's weird. It's a lot of gray area. You don't really know what's going on, but just curious your thoughts on, what it was like, your feelings on what went down, and if you were expecting it, if you weren't expecting it, or what.
I mean, obviously the news broke earlier in the morning, and we just have a team meeting usually coming back, and we just thought it was a regular scheduled team meeting, and then all of a sudden got moved up 4 hours, 5 hours. So we were like, okay, this must be true. Like, to be blindsided, I mean, not honestly, not really, because I mean, just how much time longer was he like going to stay like after my class departs? So it was kind of one of those situations where like you just knew it was going to come, you just didn't know when. You weren't really gonna be blindsided when it did happen because you just knew eventually it was going to come.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I think we all really like we're big fans of Coach Fickle. Like, at least I guess I can only speak for myself, but I got the feeling everybody else really enjoyed playing for him. I enjoyed working under him, but I think we all kind of had a feeling that at some point, um, I don't think we thought that he was going to be the coach forever at UC, and that at some point he was going to move on. But yeah, it's interesting to just kind of hear that coming from you. And what has Coach Satterfield said so far? I mean, like, has he come in? Is he trying to establish a culture that's different from what was there before? Or like, what is he telling you guys at this point?
We've had two team meetings. He's fundamentally still the same as Fick. Like he still believes in certain values that Fick had, but obviously you're your own coach, you're your own person, so you have your own things in which you believe in too. So it's not too much different, but he did emphasize like we're going to work hard. Like that's going to be the basis fundamental of it, but we're going to have fun while doing it. And then he just had all these examples, and one of his old players is actually one of our strength coaches now, and he could attest to it. So I'm definitely excited to see what it's like to play under Shad for this next year and this next season. But obviously, it's going to be different. So see if I will adjust to it.
Yeah, and you talk about that adjustment, and just quick
If y'all are
backstory.
talking, I can't hear you.
So you talked about just that adjustment with the new coach Satterfield coming in. Can you, a little backstory? You're from Fairfield. You were the first kind of hometown hero type guy that came in. You helped adjust the program, when Fick came in. Now, what do you think about a second time around? Kind of, you get your 6-year opportunity just to leave the program even better after you found it, or then you found it.
That was kind of our big thing from my class, just coming in and obviously coming on off of two 4-8 seasons, I believe, and you just want to leave the program in a better place than what you found it, and that's something we did so far. And now moving into this next chapter in our school's history, you want to try and still put up the same level of competition or same level of play that the fans have been accustomed to, and same as the players. You don't want there to be a drop off, so you're going to do everything you can in the off season, camp, spring ball, summer lifts, everything you can do to not let that happen and to not lose 4 games again. I lost 4 games in 3 years. 4 games in the season is outrageous.
Yeah, that's funny you say that, because like you mentioned, me and Soppy being part of those 4-8s, it was tough, man. And especially that second one, you come in, we worked so hard and still end up not doing too great. But that's awesome, man. What would you say? We talked kind of on a different episode when you got injured earlier this year about just how big of a loss that of an impact, how big of an impact you have in that D line room, being able to, like we've said, get your 6th year back and get back out on the field. What are some things maybe you're gonna look forward to do a little bit more now that you can be back out on that field and not just kind of be that second coach in the room?
Honestly, just playing, bro. It's happened back-to-back seasons. You work so hard in the off season, you work so hard to be healthy and have your body feel a certain way. Then all of a sudden, you take a shot or you try to make a play, and then the season's gone. Like, I don't know. Like me personally, it's probably being more like appreciative of the opportunities I do get, because having my ankle in 21, my season just kind of derailed from the season I was having, and it hurt. Like I just couldn't play to what I was doing earlier in the season, and then coming back from it, had ankle surgery in January, came back for spring ball, came back for summer workouts. Body felt really good. It's the best I felt in a long time. To have it taken away in the second game of the season, literally the third play, like I was down for a while, bro. But now I'm back. I'm back healthy and back benching, lifting, running, doing everything I was doing. just excited to be back in the room and back playing the game of football, like, and try to end it on my terms, not my body just kind of giving up.
Yeah, and I get that. And that's a super frustrating part of the game, right? It is part of the game is injuries, and that's something that can be difficult to deal with. Having going through that this year, like, was there anything that you learned from that, like from that experience? And I'm sure your role in the team kind of changed, right? You're one of the best players on the defense. You're a veteran guy, holding it down the defensive line, and then you're not in the field anymore. So, like, did you feel like it was on you to take more of like a coaching type role and being like a little bit of a verbal leader since you couldn't be out there on the field and lead by example? Like, how would you explain what your role was this year? Not being able to be out there and playing.
If I think I heard it right, you cut out a few times. Like, my role last year was just to be that second coach to help Eric out whenever he needed it, to help like Justin and Noah and all them guys out whenever they needed it. Because, like, obviously I knew the defense. I played against these teams for quite a while. So just offering what I can to them to help them, to put them in the best positions to be successful was just my job. And it took me probably a good 2-3 weeks to even want to be around, like, and in the meetings and all that stuff, because, like, I walk into the meeting room, they look at me, they see me in a sling, they see me like just down, like it kind of drags the whole room down. So I just tried to remove myself as much as I could from that, because I just didn't want to have that negative effect on them, and like how when they just saw me, like they just saw I was down. So like I just tried to remove myself. And it just took me a while, a few conversations with older coaches and people in my life that they were like, all right, they like need you within the room. They need you to help. They need you to do this and be this for them. So obviously you come to a point, you got to put your own selfishness and own hurt to the side and do it for the greater good of your team. So that's what I just had to come to terms with. My season was over and it wasn't coming back.
Man, that's powerful right there. I love that, Malik. That's again kind of the character we would test it on a couple times previous on this show, and we're so excited to see you back out on the field this coming season. Can you go ahead and reflect a little bit, just being a kid from Fairfield, deciding to stay home, one of Ohio's top players, back when you were in high school, and even having an offer from Alabama, and then ending up playing against them for an opportunity to win a national championship. Just reflect a little bit on your career so far as a Bearcat and what you're looking forward to in this last year.
My career has actually just been like kind of crazy, bro. Like, you play all these games, you expect it to go one way, but life obviously takes you in a different direction. You just think nothing, injuries and stuff like this will never happen to you until they happen to you, and now you're stuck with decisions of like, do you want to keep doing this? And obviously, you do want to keep doing this, and you want to do this uh, as well as you can for as long as you can. Um, but if I couldn't anymore, then I would just have to hang it up. But I get another year, I get another chance. That's what I'm most excited for. But my reflection, it's just been a crazy ride, bro. 11 win seasons, 2 back-to-back New Year's Six bowls, making the college football playoff, which I didn't think would happen for a G5 school. We knew we would be good. We knew we would be competitive. We knew we would be able to compete, but we just didn't know to what level back then in 2018. But I guess we ended up finding out by the end of our careers. And I guess it is different now because you're going into a new conference, a step up in the level of competition, step up in the level of play, and try to etch one more in the book in my playing career at UC and be successful. Just try to be as successful as we can for this last year.
That's awesome. You got some milestones to hit. Career stats. You got 90 tackles, 22 TFLs, 9 sacks. So triple digits in tackles. That's an impressive career, and I'm expecting some double digits in that sack category as well. So that's awesome. We got a question from a Connor Cole, one of the fans, asking what stadium and school are you most excited to play at in the Big 12? I know their schedule's not out yet, but
when I was a recruit, I visited Oklahoma. But I think the stadium I'm most excited to see probably either Texas or BYU. I would love to go out west to go see the stadium, like in the nighttime, go see the mountains and stuff. And obviously, they have a altitude advantage out there, so I just want to go out there and see it and play in it. So those are probably the two stadiums I'm most excited to play in.
BYU, that's one you don't think of. That's a great answer. Provo, at night, like you said, like seeing that stadium at night is always really cool. It looks awesome. And I think they went to BYU the year before I got there in 2015. I'm pretty sure we went out there. I think we got our ass kicked. I think we played BYU my freshman year. Yeah, our freshman year, yeah. I got a question. So you're coming back for your 6th year. You enrolled early, just like I did. I was there 6 years in total if you count when I was coaching. Do you just like feel old as shit? Like you're the old head now? Like, is it weird being the old guy?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So obviously, like when y'all met me, I was a 17-year-old kid just coming into the locker room. I look at Morgan James, who's 28 years old, and I have Cope, who's 23, Cortez, who's 23, Brown, who's 22. Like, and I'm playing 4 years with these guys, and now they're gone. I'm the old head. I'm here for 6 years. Like, I used to talk crazy to Kurt for doing 6 years and Brown, like during camp, and now the roles reversed. Like, I was talking crazy to Barry during camp last season. Like, it is what it is. Like, now I'm in the shoes of the 6th year. I have 2 of my guys that I came in here with still with me, so we'll see how it goes. Still got Taj Ward and Ryan Montgomery. So we're just going to see how it goes for us.
On the flip side of that coin, I'm just curious what it's been like to watch the maturation process of young Dante.
Where did he just come from?
I came from the lobby. I'm producing for you. But what's it been like seeing the maturation of Dante Corleone as he's gone from a guy who Chad's talked about it, where he struggled, even doing the steps in the stadium, and guys helping him out, getting around the stadium when he was doing some of that, to being the #1 ranked player in the country according to PFF and winning accolades like today he received the Football Writers Association. It was all freshman team, I believe. So just crazy to watch that.
The thing with Dante more than anything was like we just knew he needed to lose the weight, and once he lost the weight, he would be fine. So like this past offseason, Dante like dedicated himself to the bike workouts and routine and his diet that allowed him to play at a level that we saw this year. And we saw it during camp. He started flashing during camp. We're like, okay, like the kid's starting to understand it. The kid's starting to get it. Then he starts asking questions in the meeting room, starts talking to Briggs more. Now you're seeing the football side of it start to click for him, but it started in the class, but it started in like the film room. So everything you saw was like a testament to not only him, but Juwan Briggs. Like Briggs helped him out a lot. And then he took everything Briggs taught him and told him, and he listened to him, and it ended up working out. It ended up being an All-American and a freshman All-American.
And you bring up Juwan Briggs. How surprised were you?
It's actually nice to see. It's good to see young boys progress.
Go ahead.
You said what?
We're dealing with a lag here, so
but it was nice seeing them. Yeah, it was nice seeing. It's nice seeing him grow up and like actually get everything he worked for. Because like talking to him, like if you talk to him outside of any sport things, like he really loves this. Like this is what he like loves to do. Like he breathes this. Like he's excited to come into the facility. He's excited to get better every day. Like I'll lift with him now. So like it's me, him, and Briggs that lift together. We're all in a group, and like you just see it every day. You just see his real personality come out when it comes to this football stuff, and you just can't help but be happy around it.
Three hometown heroes between you, Dante, and Briggs, and you bring up Briggs. What's it like, or were you even surprised, I guess, that he came back for another year as well as yourself?
Uh, Honestly, that whole question just broke out.
Okay. You bring up Juwan Briggs. Were you surprised that he also came back for another year like you did?
Uh, Honestly, yeah, I thought Briggs would be done. He had a great season this past year. He's had a good career at Virginia. I just thought he would go ahead and go to the league and everything. He told us he was coming back, and I was like, should we have arguably our two best D linemen from the season ago come back? So we're going to be just fine down in the middle. Like we didn't lose anybody except for one person. I'm happy. He can take a double team for me.
Fair enough.
I like that. Trying to think what else we got. What's are you going for your masters now? Do you have your masters? What's school looking like? Do they got enough classes for you to take, or are you just getting like 4 degrees, or what's going on with that?
Bro, literally, like in 21, the class for Hayden Moore, like the internship class.
Yeah, I had that class, I think, at one point.
So I did that in 21 because I didn't think I'd be here after 21. So I was in that class. And then coming back this past season during the fall, I told Miss Carey like I'm just like burnt out with school. Like I have no want to continue in school anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got put in whatever classes to play, and here I am still.
There you go. It works.
But no, I'm not getting my master's. I am getting another minor in I'm doing another minor in like I want to say forensics, but it's not, like it doesn't fall underneath the category of forensics, but it's along those lines.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Malik, you had an older brother play college football previous to your career. He played with at UConn. How much growing up, was just having an older brother able to do that? How much did that kind of motivate you to also do the same path, or how much did it help you, or did he help you just how to talk to coaches, how to just what kind of advice did he give you, if any at all?
He helped me a lot. Like he's the reason why I started playing football. Like I started playing football when I was like 5 or 6, and we were always around each other. And I just saw what he was doing, and it looked like a fun sport to play at the time. So I picked up the helmet, and ever since then, I've been playing. And then when he started getting recruited and stuff, we started going on visits to all these different colleges, and I'm like 9, 10 years old. It was all fun, and I just wanted everything he had. So he told me what I had to do and the things that he gave up and he had to sacrifice because he knew where he wanted to go. It's just a choice I made, and I stuck with it. I got to work out with him and do his like college training stuff over the summer when he would be home, and over the winter when he'd be home. So that helped me a lot just to know what was to be expecting going into college, and then just to push me to where he knows I can be. And obviously, he's one of the smarter football people I know, so I can just ask him a bunch of questions about on the field stuff that he had to go through and how he would handle this situation on the field, and ask him questions about hand placement, block destruction, block shedding, and all those things. So he helped me out a lot in the process, but he's probably, honestly, if I had to like rate it, he's probably still a better ball player than I am.
Damn, that's awesome. That's awesome.
What else do you guys say? I'm trying to think of some fun stuff. Chad's hopping in here.
Hey,
Chad, hello, sir.
What's up? I just had to know, how much did you coming back have to do with, wanting to spend another year
Evan Prater
talking to
also
me on
says hi.
Tuesdays? What's up, Ev?
Tell Ev he can come on next week if he wants to come on.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he just heard me say your name. We're playing a game together. He can't hear you.
But how important was it
But
to just,
honestly, Chad, I don't know the question you just asked me, so I'm going to have to ask you to repeat that.
How important was it to come back to have that time on Tuesdays that we spend as I'm there for the press conference? How much did that play a factor in you deciding, year 6 had to happen? I don't think he can hear me at all.
We got a lag.
It's a good lag.
I know we got a lag, but I don't think he can hear me at all.
We're making it work. We've never had a guest that has like good connection.
Must be university internet, something along those lines.
Running from cell phones is difficult too, as opposed to the computer.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to use the computer. I'm the only one.
I'm on a computer. There he is.
So, if I'm being honest, I don't know where my computer charger is at.
I said, how much was your decision to come back impacted by hanging out with me on Tuesdays?
Chatting with you and Justin every Tuesday over some wings or some city barbecue. It was
Right.
It means a lot to me. I rock with y'all. I fuck with y'all.
Well, I won't.
I have so for like 8 years now.
I know we go way too far back, and if I had to pick one of you to stay, I'm so much happier that you're going to be around instead of Wiley.
You know what's crazy? Josh is on the phone with Evan right now, and he heard the comment. I don't think he appreciated it, but
I know that's I said it just in case he might hear it.
Man. Actually, I need to call him. I ain't talked to him since he left up out of here.
All right, well, I'll let you guys carry on.
Malik.
Good to see you, brother. I should be back on campus here in a couple weeks, so I'll catch you when I get back.
Oh, for sure.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Malik, we got another really good question from a viewer tonight. Darren Fan says, Malik, is it exciting to learn a new style of defense, or is it more challenging to change from a style that you know so well?
Oh, it's definitely going to be more challenging. Louisville's defense is like a 3-4, 4-2-5 hybrid, and obviously we played a 4-3, 3-3-5 stack type look. So obviously getting used to the same thing for the last 4 years, I have to rewire my brain on how to do stuff. So we've been up there every day in the coaches' offices. Me, Dante Briggs, Damo, Justin Watley, and some of the young guys are up there with us, just trying to understand and learn the new defense and how we fit in and where they see us playing and how they see us playing it. And just going to be a challenge over spring ball and over OTAs in the next month and a half or so, because you just got used to one thing for so long. You knew the ins and outs of the defense. You knew where everybody was going to be at. You knew every play. So it's going to be a challenge, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, this is a defense that at Louisville they led the nation in sacks with 50 last year. That's got to get you excited as a D lineman, and you kind of saw a little bit in the bowl game. I mean, they were blitzing like crazy, so it looks exciting, man.
Oh yeah, they told us that they led the nation in sacks, and honestly, I didn't believe them till they had to show me the stat. They had to pull it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, we saw it firsthand at the bowl game. They blitzed us crazy. They were sending 5, 6, and 7 guys at us. Excited to play in it, get one-on-one matchups across the board everywhere, and putting the D-line in great positions to make the O-lineman pick between one or the other. And it ends up in sacks. Everybody gets their share.
I like that. That's a good. I mean, it's an advantage for you, right, to add to your resume, being able to prove that you can play in multiple style defenses and having tape on that. So you're on the game. Who are you on the game with right now again?
Me, Evan, Derek Shepard, Will Pauling, and one of their homeboys that plays for Pitt, and Garen.
I like that. We got to get some of the boys back on the pod.
As Garen Prater just hits a 3 in the rig. Yes, sir.
There you go. Are you still in Corey? Do people still live in Corey?
That's definitely cool.
Yeah, I moved back. I'm in a 1-bedroom now. I'm in the one with the den in it.
That's how you know you're the old guy on the team.
Man.
Solo and Corey.
I'd have moved off a long time ago if I could, bro. It's just too convenient.
Oh, for sure.
It is. It is.
But then walking to the bubble at 6 a.m. still, it's not a game.
The worst. The absolute worst.
And walking up and down the hills,
like shuffling your feet so you don't bust your ass on the way.
Yeah.
Walking in the street.
Walking in the street with the Timbs on, bubble coat, ski on. Yeah, bro, it's a crazy combination.
That's the dream, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I decided to come back and do this for one more year. So, yeah, it's my dream right now.
You're in the prime time of it, though, right? You get to go in, get your ass up early, lift, and then you get to come home back. You got like one class probably now. It's probably online. So you just get to come back. Okay, you got 4 classes, probably all online. You get to come back. You get to take a fat nap. You get to hop on, do an online class, and then play the game. Which ain't a bad setup.
Yeah, I come back, bro. I wake up, I go lift, I do training room stuff, do my rehab, go chill up in the coach's office for a little bit, watch film, and I'm probably back at my house by noon every day. I come home, I cook. Past that, I don't be doing nothing, bro. I'm a whole NPC now. I don't go out. I don't do anything really.
You're telling me you're not pulling up to Martino's on the weekends no more?
Fuck no. Nah, gang. That's not for me no more.
Isn't that another thing? Like being the old guy, like if you pull up there and you just look around and you just like that was you not too long ago, but don't you just feel so old compared to everybody else?
Yeah, now bro, I'm about to be 23 next month.
It is crazy when you were talking about it earlier. How just like you came in, you're 17, you're wide-eyed, you're looking like I can't believe these guys are 23, 24 years old. I remember coming in early too. I was 17 and Gunnar Keel was like 23, 24, and I was like just felt like he was 100 years older than me, and it was so crazy that we were like
playing together
in the same position group. And then being on the other end of it too, like it's weird like how it goes full circle and you get to see like both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, honestly, I was one of the young kids. I really did used to talk crazy to all my old heads, bro. Calling them old. Why are you still here? All that. Kamani, Cole, Kurt, Kevin Muhan, and then ended up being Kurt and them. And now I'm in their shoes, and it's a 180, bro. It's a whole 180.
It's wild. Damn, well, Steady, you got anything else?
Yeah, we'll keep him on. I like his energy tonight. He's on a wave right now.
Do you have any questions for us? Did you come prepared?
Man, no, I got one. So, what do you do? So, where are you at? Weren't you with Icon Source?
Yeah. You want an NIL deal?
Bro, I got a few of them now. That's one of the perks, I guess, from being from here.
Yeah. What I'm doing now, so I'm living in Orlando, working for Icon Source. moved out to Orlando because we partnered with UCF. That kind of like fell through pretty damn quick. We're still partnered with them, but like I don't even work with them. But still with Icon Source, yeah, just meeting with brands, getting them signed up, pushing NIL deals and professional marketing deals out, trying to help you all out. I'm always trying to send stuff to the boys back home if I can.
Yeah, because that's what Mick tries to do. He like hits me up. He DM me from time to time, and then he'll tell me about something.
Yeah, I work with Mick. He's always hustling. He's always trying to get you boys paid, and we actually have a lot of Cincinnati brands that we're working with right now, and they want to work with Bearcats. So should have some stuff probably coming your way in particular here pretty soon.
I'm never going to deny a payday, especially in college.
Exactly. I couldn't imagine, dude, having not that anybody would have paid me shit to do anything, but like, to be able to make some money while you're in college or some extra stuff, that's pretty darn cool.
Man, it has its perks for sure. It definitely does. Where's it at? Oh. Where's mine?
What's going on?
Has its perks.
Don't know if I saw it.
You saw it the other day when I was at Pets.
Oh yeah.
Has its perks. Has its perks, man.
That's great. What before we get you off here, man, we don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you're in a huge 2K match right now. I get it. The grind's real.
We're winning 66-20. We're like I'm barely playing and I have 15 3 and 7.
All right. That's great. What's been your favorite moment just as a Bearcat?
Favorite moment as a Bearcat. I got two of them. 2019 Nip at Night versus UCF, us winning, us like kind of having like the conference flip to Cincinnati. And then in 2021, we were at the senior like banquet thing at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And ESPN and everything was in there, and then seeing our logo come up at number 4.
I remember that.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was probably like one of those moments where like,
Damn.
holy shit, we did it. Like
that was really cool.
That's badass.
Like the committee actually was like, you know what, reward them. I just didn't think it would happen.
That's badass, man. How does it feel, playing against those SEC caliber opponent? Like, everybody just saw the national championship, right? Georgia just absolutely rolled. And I just don't think a lot of people realize just that little gap in, your top caliber versus kind of the rest of college football. I think there's a lot of balance across the rest of the league, but just talk about preparing and playing against a Georgia and Alabama.
Obviously they're a bigger matchup. You can't say that they're not, because what they've done in their past and what they've done for the past few seasons, they're a good team. They're a perennial powerhouse year in and year out, and they're just they're a top 10 team. You should prepare for them like it's a normal week. You just go about your business, do what you have to do like any other week, but obviously there's more to it. Like, to say there's not, that is a lie. I do not care who you are. I do not care what anybody says.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was fun both times. When we were in Atlanta, we were in Dallas, I mean, we had a good time. It was still business as usual. It was still work. You still have to do everything, meetings, breakfast, lunch, and all that. Recovery, training room stuff, rehabs. Yeah, I mean, it's just still a relatively normal week. They just have a G or a A on their chest or their helmet.
Makes sense. All right. Well, appreciate you hopping on here, Malik. I know we took 40 minutes of your time, but hopefully you enjoyed it a little bit. I thought you had a lot of great insight, a lot of really like thoughtful answers, and it's, you know, the people that come on here are big fans of yours and have been following you for a long time. So I think they're probably pretty excited to hear what you had to say. And, you know, we wish you the best of luck. I'm sure we'll talk to you pretty soon. I know Statty and you guys communicate pretty frequently, but if you don't hear from me anytime soon, man, you know, I'm rooting for you. Glad you're coming back, and, you know, appreciate you hopping on here with us.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Anytime y'all need me, one of y'all holler at me. I'll get on. I got nothing better to do but play the game.
I like it.
Love it, Leak. We've always had a little Rock of Truth bump on mid season. Like when we have a guest on, like the next game, they would just kind of ball out or do like Do had like the best game of his life after our episode. So we're excited for week 1 for you. It's a long way away, but we know the bump's coming. So we
Yeah.
appreciate you, bro.
Or maybe even on the game. Like maybe you just
or-
go the fuck off like tomorrow and moving forward.
Man, I hope I could. Who do we play first? Pitt?
I have no idea what your schedule is.
I think it's either Pitt or Miami, Ohio. I want to say it's Pitt, but yeah.
We
Go
play the
out
Pitt
and-
Panthers this year.
Yeah. Bring
Wow.
back a rivalry. Them, WV, Miami, Ohio, all in a year.
2 trophy games in 1 year. Let's go.
Man. And that game, too, growing up, you watch Pat White, Steve Slayton, Tavon. Like, I don't care who you are. Everybody watched
Oh.
Tavon Austin.
Highlights.
You open up with Eastern.
Eastern. Okay.
Soppy, what's their mascot?
Colonel?
Eastern Kentucky.
Nice.
I wasn't gonna get that if Malik didn't say it, to be honest. I know it, but it was not gonna come to my head.
All right, Eastern, Pitt, Miami. Let's keep scrolling through that.
I don't think our big.
Oh yeah, the conference. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they haven't told us like the dates and locations of who we play, but they told us like who we play.
I'm hoping y'all are at Oklahoma State. That'd be sick.
I'm happy that Miami's going to be at Nippert this year and not at Paul Brown.
Yeah, it's BS.
So we're just not going to Miami ever again.
Never.
Fingers crossed.
We're too.
I mean,
big.
I don't mind it, but still, like it's crazy. I've never played in Yankee Stadium, even in high school. I never played there.
You're not missing much.
Wow.
I promise.
Nah, no. That they had a brand new building out there. Looked nice, but
You want to spend some time at Miami, go on a Saturday afternoon in the spring. You're not missing out going on an afternoon in the fall.
Yeah, go to Brick Street.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. Make your way out there. I promise you, you'll enjoy yourself.
love it.
No,
All right, Lee.
why?
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime y'all need me, man.
Thank you. We'll give you a holler.
All right, Lee.
y'all.
What a legend.
Legend.
That's
Legend.
Malik Van. Number 42 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts.
That's good stuff, man. He had some good answers. We got all the old heads on. Now we got to find some young bucks.
Yeah.
Get some referrals to get on here and talk to them.
Yeah, I like that. I like that referral. Yeah.
Get
Maybe
their perspective.
yeah. I'm a fan of that. I think that was awesome by Malik to share just his growth over last year and kind of being real, with everybody just kind of outside of the game, just looks at game day and thinks it's all, sunshine, rainbows. A lot of people do. And just being able to hear from the athlete himself and saying just how hard it was for him to not be able to be between the white lines, and now how appreciative and grateful he is to be able to come back. I thought that was a really powerful statement by him. I loved it.
Yeah. So it shows a lot of maturity and growth, and obviously he's had time to kind of take a step back and have some perspective. And it's a hard thing that, athletes deal with, that we've dealt with. And even when you leave the game, kind of figuring out, take a step back, figure out perspective, figure out who you are outside of your sport. It's a wake up call. And he kind of had an opportunity to do that while still playing. And like you said, now it's like, I'm just so grateful to, be out there. Because I know it can be taken away, which I think is like a really mature answer and cool to see from him. So, big fan of his, like happy he's coming back, can be a leader on this team, and, hopefully have a great year and go on to the next level.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not doing big things for us. Yeah, man. I mean, we kind of got the rest of the staff together. It's getting balls rolling. They're getting moving in Clifton.
Balls rolling. Yeah. Excited to hopefully see some stuff come out about these guys and learn more about them and get some insight from the guys in the locker room and, how things are going. And it's going to be a long off season, but, it's good to see where it goes. I know we're getting some guys, some new recruits coming in, some transfers and stuff like that. So excited to see what the roster looks like headed into spring ball. And then I'm sure it'll change after that too. So a lot's going to happen before next season, but things are going in the right direction. It's very early, but it seems that way at least.
Yeah, we're in a much better spot than we were a month ago.
That's true.
So
good point.
That's good. You hitting the links tomorrow? What's it gonna be? 70?
It's 8. Yeah, it was 80 and sunny today. I think it's gonna.
Man,
I don't think I'm hitting the links. I got a pretty busy work day tomorrow, but Joe Matt is texting me about trying to get together tomorrow night. So we'll see, dude. I think he's gonna bail.
Well, you be sure to share it with all of our followers on Twitter. Make sure they get an update.
Is Mickey joining you?
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie. He wants to have dinner at, one of the castles or the castle, or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
He's so old.
So old.
He's awesome. I love it though. I respect it. It's so old. Never grow up.
Want to do a quick lock? NFL playoff lock before we hop off here?
Dude, Joey B's 4-0 against the spread in the playoffs. Bengals by 1 million.
You think Lamar's going to play?
No.
I don't either.
I don't think Lamar's going to
wear. He put out his own injury report today. He's done.
Yeah,
he tweeted out his own injury report, which is bananas for a player to put out their own injury report several days before a playoff game. He's done.
It's awesome.
Because they won't pay him.
I don't.
His knee's fine. It's his paycheck.
He said it was like grade 2 or something.
Damn.
Wasn't it like they had a press conference and John Harbaugh was like, why don't you ask, you're going to have to ask Lamar. Like he wouldn't say what his injury was. He was like, you're going to have to ask Lamar.
He said, he tweeted this out 4 hours ago. He said, thank you everyone for your support and concerns regarding my injuries. I want to give you all an update as I am in the recovery process. I've suffered a PCL grade 2 sprain on the borderline of a strain 3. There is still inflammation surrounding my knee and my knee remains unstable. I'm still in good spirits as I continue with treatments on the road to recovery. I wish I could be out there with my guys more than anything, but I can't give 100% of myself to my guys and fans. I'm still hopeful we have a chance. 2 Purple Hearts.
So he's done.
Yeah.
Well, I like Bengals minus 9.5 then. A lot. I liked it before, now I really like it.
Joey B, man.
I've just never seen a quarterback of all positions, but anybody put out their own injury report 3 days before a playoff game.
That's Lamar, man. He can do whatever he wants.
That's wild. It is wild. Dude, I don't know how the Ravens are good. Like they stink, don't they? How did they go? Like, what are they, 10-7?
They started off hot.
Yeah, they started 8-1 or something crazy.
He's going to be a Dolphin next year.
I like it.
I think Lamar Jackson's going to be a Dolphin. They're going to do anything they can to get rid of the corpse of Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua went from like awful to MVP to like, I don't want to say
retire.
Is he going to retire?
To a concussion hazard. I mean,
the Dolphins
is a real thing. They're like Do you think
You
he
can't
will?
take a risk on that. I don't know. Maybe they do. They did it before.
If I'm an owner or a GM, I'm not putting my job on the line for Tua if I have an opportunity to sign a guy like Lamar.
It's a good point.
Imagine Waddle, Hill, Lamar, Mostert in the full house pistol look. What the hell are you gonna do?
Well, I'd still be impressed if Lamar actually passed the ball. So there's that.
I don't know. I like Lamar. I'm a fan.
I'm really not.
It makes one of us.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Lamar guy. He is electric when he runs the ball.
He is that. And he's got an MVP trophy.
Yeah,
but
and a Heisman, so he's better than me. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. What about do you love Buffalo minus 13.5?
Yeah.
Against the Finns?
I mean, yeah.
Two is probably not playing.
Two is not playing.
We might as well just go through all of them because there's only 6.
Yeah. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Friday.
That one. Saturday. Day after that.
Niners, Seahawks. Niners minus 10.
Yeah, probably. They're a wagon.
I love the Niners, dude. I kind of want to take them to the Super Bowl.
I
think I could go and win a playoff game in that offense, dude. I mean, it's just a well-oiled machine. I don't think it matters who you plug in there. They can find a way to win football game. Their defense is insane. I've been saying this for years that like Kyle Shanahan's offense is by far, like if you're like a true football fan, dude, watching his offense it's just poetry in motion. It's amazing.
Dad was the same way, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we were young. I was like watched him. Yeah, I watched Mike Shanahan, but like I really like appreciate now Kyle Shanahan. He was of course the Browns offensive coordinator at one point. They dropped the ball on that as they do with everything. But I love the Niners. I love them. I think they'll cover 10. I think we were both talking about the game that we both love, Saturday night. Chargers. We're both on the Jags money line.
Yep. I'm not buying the Chargers train. Not buying it.
Not buying it. Chargers will Charger. They always find a way to fuck it up. I'm pretty sure they had a couple like key dudes kind of get banged up in week 17.
Yeah, they spent too much money to try and be good, and they're just not.
We believe in the Jags, dude. The Jags are going to be jagging off in Duval.
They're going to be Doug Peterson out there. Dude, Doug Peterson. What'd they win? 4 games last year?
If that. I don't even know if they won 4 games, dude. I think Trevor. Okay, here's my thing that I was saying in the group chat. Are the Jags this year's Bengals? Hear me out. Hear me out, dude.
I'm hearing
it. Quarterback, number 1 overall draft pick quarterback, taking a huge leap.
He was number 1 overall?
Trevor was.
Holy shit.
Because Joe Burrow was in his second year last year, right?
Yeah.
Taking a huge leap from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah.
Right? Going hot into the playoffs. Dude, now I'm forgetting, but I had a whole like laundry list of like facts that like why this made sense.
The problem is the Bengals are hotter.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is balling. They got a great coach. They're playing at home. If they win, they got to go beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Which I don't think they do.
They got a great kicker.
They do have a good kicker.
Trying to think what else. I feel like there was more like comparisons why it made sense, but I'm just saying I think they could be this year's Bengals. I'm not saying they will be. I'm saying I'm all in on the Jags. I like it. They'll probably get smoked now that I said this, but
well, I don't know about that, but I don't know, dude. There's a 3-headed just beast in the AFC, and you got to beat 2 of them.
You got to beat 2 of them. We said we like the Bills to cover 13.5. Giants Vikings.
God, what an ugly game, dude. Both fraudulent teams. I mean, you gotta. I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't like that game.
What's it at? Where's it at? Is it in? It's
in Minnesota. Minnesota's a 3-point favorite. Over unders 48. Dude, I hate the Giants. I think they're just.
But I love that coach. That coach is a believer.
Dable's awesome. I just think the Giants just do nothing for me.
But I also just think the Vikings they've just won. They're like us. They got Krosa as their kicker. They just keep drilling game winners.
Yeah. I like to win by 3. I don't know. I can see them.
Who would they play next? The Niners?
Probably. Yeah, I think so.
Because Philly's a 2 or Philly's a 1.
Philly's the 1.
Ooh, I love the next game. I think
Ravens Bengals. We said we like the Bengals to cover 9.5, and then Cowboys Bucks.
Bucks
plus 2.5 at Raymond James. I think both teams stink, but I'll take the Bucks as well. I'd never bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs. So,
as an underdog, a home dog,
couldn't be me.
Won't be me. Shouldn't be you either.
There's you go. There's your NFL betting recap or preview, I should say. National championship game. We kind of go ahead, Aaron.
As always, I do want to remind you that gambling can be addictive. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER in the U.S. This service is intended for adult users only. Individuals must be 21 and older to participate in sports betting and iGaming in the U.S.
Thank you, Aaron.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, man. The national championship game too. We kind of like mentioned at one point with interviewing Malik. We don't need to dive into it, but like, holy shit, that was an ass whooping. Shout out to Georgia. We think we all knew they were like the better team going into it, but we were all wanted the like Cinderella story of TCU, or at least TCU to cover.
I think they were the Rocks.
I mean, I've talked myself into Stetson Bennett. I've talked myself from Stetson Bennett going to like own a car dealership next year and selling cars to being like a 5th round draft pick. I think he's proved himself, dude, in the biggest games. Like somebody will give him a shot. They should. If you put Stetson Bennett right in the 49ers offense right now, like you can't tell me he would be any different than Brock Purdy.
Nah, he looked sharp. He looked on it last night in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said last night. But they were impressive.
So yeah, congrats to them. We'll be the Bearcats next year.
I think Georgia, with that, they become the Rocks like lock of the week, winner of the year. They definitely won the most.
Yeah, we've been on that. Well, they're the best team in college football, and they've been all year, and they left no doubt. So, yeah, dude. Well, let's wrap this shit up, bro. You got anything else?
I'm good, man. We'll touch more on basketball next week, I think. Bearcats with a decent week, but don't have a lot there. Was main focus on Malik. Awesome having him come on and sharing some good insight of what's going on the 7th floor in the Triangle building.
Yes, sir.
Go Bearcats.
Go Cats.